And boys, we are back here with another college football ultimate team video. In today's video, I'm going to give you guys my top 10 users in college football ultimate team. Before we get into today's video, I do want to talk about our sponsor real quick, MMOEXP.com. If you guys want an alternative to buying packs, consider buying coins at MMOEXP and make sure to use code DILLA at checkout for 5% off your order. Now, in today's list, we're going to have 5 linebackers and 5 safeties. So whether, again, you want to use or a linebacker, you want to use or a safety, I know some defenses you can't use or a safety. We're going to have both covered today. Now, when we look at users as well, really we're looking at a combination of physical stats, speed, acceleration, agility, change of direction. Also, height is a major factor as well. And something I like to have with these cards too is kind of like their value as a user too, because if they are some of the best AI coverage players, even if they have some of the best physical stats, I would prefer them just to be like an AI zone compared to me user controlling them, right? So we are going to get it started right here at number 10, and we're going to get it started with the linebackers first. We are going to have Harold Perkins Jr. at number 10. This card at some point was our number 1 option, and I can see him debated as high as number 8 or the 3rd best user linebacker. Now, Harold Perkins, what's nice about this card compared to the other 2 linebackers ahead of him is he has a better balance of physical stats, right? So he has 87 speed, 87 acceleration, 85 agility, 81 change of direction, which for a linebacker, that is extremely balanced. It's looking good. And also Harold Perkins, he isn't the tallest in the world, but 6'1" is by no means like short or anything, right? Now, when we look at the card as well, you're not really losing any value as him as like an outside rusher or him as a coverage player, because 86 finesse moves, 73 power moves. These aren't like insane pass rush stats. And he also does have the bull rush move on, yes, so he will use his power moves. And it's not like he's an insane run defender, and it's not like he's insane from a man or zone standpoint. So just value of this card, I do think he is a straight up user. And now we're going to go to number 9 right here. I do want to mention Mason Cobb probably should have an honorable mention at the bare minimum, but at our number 9 spot right here, I am going to have Brian Bosworth. Now, Brian Bosworth and the card ahead of him, it's actually still bugged in the game because you can't have the both of them on the field. You can't have them both on the field together, but this Brian Bosworth, the reason why I really like him, it's the height this time compared to Harold Perkins. So I think Bosworth, and the next card, it's do you want the 6'4" or do you want more agility and change of direction? And I think you have a good reason for wanting either or. For me, it's like they're all on the same level as a user defender, but this card has 86 speed, 85 acceleration. Again, the lower agility and change of direction is what really hurts this card. And also something that I think is really nice on the card that not a lot of linebackers hit, right? It's the 85 zone, man. So yeah, not too many linebackers are hitting 85 zone. So he's a beast as an AI coverage player. That's why slightly ahead of him, I actually went Peyton Wilson. And again, these cards are bugged. What I mean by that is Peyton Wilson like registers him as Brian Bosworth. And if you have both of them on the field, it's like it registers as both the same card. I hope that makes sense. So yeah, Peyton Wilson, the reason he's ahead of Brian Bosworth for me is the fact that, I mean, he does have a little bit better agility, of course, so that is a plus, but also with this card, you're not really losing anything by using him. So again, he is 6'4", 86 speed, 87 acceleration, 83 agility, 78 change of direction. The change of direction is what I think is kind of the downfall of the card, I guess I would say. And besides that, again, not really great coverage, not great pass rush. This, in my opinion, is an all-out user defender. Based on value, I don't hate you saying Peyton Wilson is the most valuable user because, again, you're not really losing anything. Now, for number 2 and number 1 linebacker spot, and number 2 right here, I am going to have Sean Dolick. Sean Dolick is 6 foot, 220, 88 speed, 89 acceleration with 83 agility, 80 change of direction. It's really not like bad physical stats, but this card, you are losing some value as an AI coverage player because he does have 88 play rec and he also does have 82 zone. It's not the 85 level of zone, but he's still one of the better AI zone coverage linebackers in the game. But I think his physical stats were like that next level good, and I think Sean Dolick is just a great user in the game. And for our number 1 user middle linebacker spot, I am going to have Wesley right here from the U. And this card just, when we look at his physical stats, it's like that next level good, right? He's 6'1", 88 speed, 86 excel, 87 agility, 89 change of direction. So just all the way across the board, we can even compare these physical stats to safety. And for most linebackers, we have not been able to do that, man. The agility and change of direction is really, really nice. And I also think it is pretty noticeable when you user this card. Now, again, the one downside of using this card is the fact that he hits 89 zone coverage, which with the strategy item that plus his 1 zone coverage would be the the only linebacker in the game, I believe, to hit 90 zone, which I think is a major threshold to hit. I think that's the one reason why you wouldn't want to use this card, but he does have that next level good physical stats. I would say Peyton Wilson is the one out the bunch where it's like you are not losing anything by using him, but this card I think is the best user because these physical stats are that next level good. It's kind of like he's like an upgraded Harold Perkins in a sense. Now we're going to safety right here. We're at our number 5 safety spot. It's going to be someone that has really great physical stats, but I think you're losing a lot by using him. So at number 5, I'm going to have Ed Reed. Now I understand why you would want to use this card. Again, 90 speed, 89 acceleration, 86 agility, 90 change of direction. Like these are all phenomenal top end in the game. But now I want to talk about some of the downsides of using Ed Reed. First off, 5'11", by no means a tall player in the game. And also the biggest thing for me is you're losing out on a 90 zone coverage player. And it's not like where it's like Wesley where you don't have these physical stats elsewhere, other alternatives. It's you are choosing to use a card that is one of the best zone coverage players in the game. So I really think that's just what hurts Ed Reed, man. It's the fact that he's so good as an AI player that you're just losing so much value by using him. So that's why he's at our number 5 spot. And ahead of Ed Reed, I'm gonna have a card that is 2 speed points slower, and it's gonna be Malachi Starks. So Malachi Starks, first off, for his price is just absolutely ridiculous. This card is also 6'1", 88 speed, 89 acceleration, 85 agility, 85 change of direction. So all the way across the board, yes, he has less speed, excel, agility, change direction than Ed Reed. The reason why I would rather use him though is you're not losing like as good of an AI player as Ed Reed is. Now this is another card that can get up to 90 zone, and I do like the height of him over Ed Reed. It's just for me, man, I would rather use Malachi Starks because again, Ed Reed is so good as an AI player, and right ahead of Malachi Starks is probably the Peyton Wilson of this group, I guess I would say. I guess we have back-to-back Peyton Wilsons. At number 3, I'm gonna have LaMiles Brooks. Now LaMiles Brooks from a physical stat standpoint and a height standpoint is great. 88 speed, 91 acceleration. This is kind of a rare time where we have a stat above an overall, and he has 88 agility, 88 change of direction. He is 6'2", so has really good height, and also that 85 level of zone 2. With the safeties we covered hitting that 90 level, again, I don't really feel like you're losing a great coverage player right here, and he's not great in a man defense either. So again, I just think there's a ton of value of using this card right here. He still can get it done as an AI coverage player, but I think his best role is as a sub linebacker or a user. At number 2 for me, I'm gonna have Hunter Wohler right here, and this is another card that I just want to say again, I don't really feel like you're losing a great coverage player by using him, and I think he actually is the Peyton Wilson of this group, where I think his ideal role is as a sub linebacker or a user. He's 6'2", 215, 89 speed, 90 acceleration, 85 agility, 83 change of direction. 88 play rec is cool. He's more of a man coverage defender than a zone coverage defender, and I guess if you play just straight up man to man, I guess you're losing that from the strong safety spot. But again, I mean, you could just play Malachi Starks there and use this card, and I think you'll see more success, right? So yeah, I think Hunter Wohler is an all-out user. Also, he had a big header trade on yes as well. No like block shed or impact blocking, so not a great run defender, but yeah, I think Hunter Wohler is an all-out user. And at our number 1 spot right here, I'm gonna have Jalen Stroman right here, and this is kind of a similar card to Wesley. I do think you're losing a pretty good over-the-top safety. This card has 90 speed. The acceleration is a little bit lower, so I could see this card maybe argued a little bit lower, but 86 agility, 86 change direction as well, and he is 6'1", so again, maybe you like LaMiles Brooks, maybe you like Hunter Wohler over this card. And for me, the one downside is it's kind of what I was saying about Hunter Wohler, right? It's like as an over-the-top safety in a man-based defense, hitting 88 man is actually pretty nice to hit, and he does hit that 85 level of zone 2. He's a really balanced, strong safety, and again, not really great block shed or impact blocking, but yeah, these were my top 5 user safeties, my top 10 users, 5 safeties, 5 linebackers. Let me know your guys' thoughts down below in the comments. Let me know what you agree with, what you disagree with. Was there anyone I left off the list that you feel like should have been on the list? Now, if you guys did enjoy this video though, you enjoy content like this, want to stay up to date here with everything that's the best in college football Ultimate Team, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Now, if you guys do want to go and see me use some of these cards live on stream, I've been streaming here on both YouTube and Twitch. To watch on the YouTube, make sure to hit that noti bell as well. You'll be notified every time I upload or go live here. Or if you guys want to watch on the Twitch, check the links in the description, hit that Twitch with a follow. But if you guys do want another video to watch, check out this one right here.